in May, June, WAEC 2019 paper 3, which is practical. Alright, my name is still Namdi Uche. Okay, so we're looking at number 3. As a database administrator for a company, create a table named TBL employee in a database application package containing the fields. Okay, so a database application package, an example would be Microsoft Access, which is the one that we mostly use in this part of the country for our examinations. You're free to use any one of your choice. Okay, so let's dive right in. So we create a database. I don't know, I actually opened Excel. I don't know if I should close it and go right to the beginning. Okay, let me just do that. I'll start all over. Okay, so they say we should create a database. All right, so I'll go to Access. All right, right there. Open it up. Okay, so while that is running, let me go through the question again. So we are going to create a table named employee, TBL employee. Okay, so this is the one I created earlier. Okay, so but for the sake of clarity, we'll go to blank, new blank database. Okay, so when you click on blank database, it will take you to the point where you need to save this. Please remember to save this in the folder that you've created on your desktop. Very important for all of your work to be in one folder. So I'm just going to save this here. Okay, so I'll call this question 3. Okay, then I'll hit OK. So by default, you're supposed to have one table. A table is supposed to be here by default. Okay, so let's move on then. Okay, so we are creating these fields. Okay, so the table is TBL employee. So I will just rename this. Okay, so to rename this, I'll just click on save. I right clicked and then I'll do save. So it will prompt me to rename this. Okay, to save as what. So I will use this as the table employee. Okay, TBL employee. Okay, so watch here, the table name has changed. Okay, from table 1 to TBL employee. Okay, moving forward. So we are creating these fields: employee name, department. Okay, and all that. Now I need to inform us that when you're modifying your table, it is very important to use the design view. The design view is where you add fields and just basically design your table. Okay, and then you can enter data into your table using the datasheet view. So I'm going to go to the design view and then I'll start adding the different fields. Okay, the first field they mentioned, it's what is it called again? Employee name. So I'll quickly type employee. Did they do it in capital? If it is in capital, very important. Okay, it is not. Initial caps. Employee name. Okay, after that, what next? Employee name, department, assumption date. Department, and then assumption date. Okay, we'll talk about the data type later. Okay, address and then designation. Address, designation. Okay, so that's basically it. All right, now let's talk about the data type. It's you determine the data type from the values you have in the different fields. Okay, this is not like IGCSE exams that will tell you what data type to use, and at times they'll also allow you to decide on what to use. So you see, this is how to know. So this should be string. Do we have string in Access? Okay, sorry, text. Okay, so employee name should be text. Employee name should be short text. Department should be the same thing, short text. Assumption date should be date and time, so date and time. Others should be just short text, so we are correct. Okay, all right. What do we have here now? Okay, so we've done that. They enter the data as shown in the table. So these various data will have to enter them. Kate Willicke, James Elliott, will have to enter them. So to enter them, we need to use the the datasheet view. Sorry, I have to use the datasheet view. So once you're done with this, save your work. Do Ctrl S to save, and then right click, and then you go to datasheet view. Okay, so this is where you enter everything. So I'll just double click on this to open up everything completely so that I can see everything in there. Okay, all right. So you now begin to enter the various values in the table. So Kate Willicke. So Kate Willicke. Hope that's how it is spelled. It's very important to spell correctly. Or double L. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to skip to the point where I have entered all the values here. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I have entered them as required. Now I need to point out that the primary key was not mentioned. Okay, the question never mentioned the primary key. All right, so so I just guess we have to leave it as it is since the primary key was not mentioned. Okay, but take note that the primary key is the unique identifier of each record here. So we assume that the primary key in this case is the employee name. Okay, which is ordinarily not supposed to be. It's supposed to be something like an employee ID or something. Okay, so having said that, I am going to expand this completely. Okay, all right. So so this is what we have. I've entered all the values as required. Okay, let's see. Okay, sort the data using the assumption date from oldest to newest. Okay, so we want to use assumption date, the day they resume from oldest to newest. From oldest to newest. So you sort in ascending order. So click on there, sort oldest to newest. Okay, oldest to the newest, guys. Is this 2027? Sorry, I keep looking at this, the hard copy I scanned. Sorry. Is this 20? No, that means my entry was wrong. Okay, who has that entry? So let's go back. That should be James Elliott. James Elliott, what day did you come to this our company? Okay, you see, I got this from these vendors that have compilation of past questions. Okay, they have lots of typographic errors in some of their work, so please, you need to take note of it. If you're a student or a teacher, please take note of it. Now, what year do we call this one? This one here now, what year do we call it? Okay, so but I'm sure in the main question paper you won't have this kind of problems. Okay, so what year do we call it? Okay, let me check if I can see anything like that. Okay, you see, so there's no way we can actually know what year to call this one. So examination, schools, teachers should take note of this. Please. So that is actually the problem I'm having here now. So it was moved to this very date. What do I do? Oh, so I believe this is 2010, 27th of 11, 2010. So, um, so I am quickly going to correct this. I will use this as 27 of 11, 2010, because they only wrote 10 here, 2010. Okay, is that 27 11 2010, 27 11 2010. Now notice I actually typed 10 and 18 and 16 and 12 and 94, but access actually changed all of that for me, to the full year. So there is a place where we can modify this. Okay, yeah, there's a place where we can modify this. Okay, so having mentioned this, let us quickly go to the design view to see how we can modify this. This is the date of assumption. Okay, let's look at format, what format we want it to bear. Okay, so access only has these options. Okay, the year must be in full. Okay, so I think we should leave it at that. All right, so let's go back to datasheet view. Okay, save. All right, so this is it. So we've sorted our work from oldest to newest. So this is the arrangement. All right, so let's go back. Sort the, okay, we've done that already. Create a report in tabular landscape using TBL employee table. Okay, so we'll create a report. So let's quickly do that. Creating the report, you go to create, and then you go to report wizard. Where is it? Okay, there. Okay, so you go to report wizard. Okay, all right. So if you want all of the tables, all of the fields to appear, you just move all of them in here at once. If you want some of them to appear, you separate them. Okay, you pick the ones you want. All right, so we want all of them at once, so we're picking all of them because the question says so. Create a report in tabular landscape using the table, the TBL employee table. Of course, they didn't say do not include any named field, so we're picking all the fields. So we click on next. You can sort here, but you have no need to sort. Okay, you click on next. They say landscape. Okay, landscape, tabular. See tabular, landscape. Take note of that. The tabular is the layout, landscape is the orientation. Okay, so next, and then let's leave the name as this. You can finish now. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to happen, we have to insert our name. Okay, insert your full name and index number as label on the report. Okay, insert it as a label on the report. So this is the report, what it looks like, not looking too clean. So we'll go to layout view so that we can properly arrange it, okay, to appear the way we want it to appear. All right, so I can adjust this if I want. Okay, but there will be no need. This is the one that needs adjustment. I'll click on the title, on the field name, and hold my control key and click on the field data, and then I will expand them together. Okay, very important. Remember that this is in landscape, so but we're having, let's see if everything is appearing. Okay, they are all appearing, so that looks good. So this is okay, we can print our work like this, but we need to enter our name in a label. So you pick a label, come down here. Okay, hold on, please don't do this here, do this in design view. do this in design view. So you right click on the report and then you go to design view. Please take note of that. Did you notice what happened when I tried doing that there? Okay, so I will go to design and then I'll pick my label from there and then I'll click. So this is where I have to put in my name, Uche Namdi Nicholas. Okay, as usual I am 001. Yup. Okay, what else? We've done that. Save the report as ROPT employee. Print your work and submit to your supervisor. Okay, so you save it as ROPT employee. So the report name is ROPT employee. You can rename this, but I think you must save and close it first. That is the only way you can rename. Okay, so let's just close all and then right click on this, rename a hair, should work easily here. ROPT employee, then we'll click on that. Okay, so we've saved. So this is what the report is like, so you can print. This is what the table is like. All right, so well sorted. Look at the report, it is equally sorted in that order. So you're printing this with your name appearing there. Okay, I think that is all about this year. Okay, so let's see what happens in subsequent videos. We'll be talking about other years. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Thank you. Please, as always, remember to subscribe, remember to like, and remember to hit the notification button. Okay, I'll see you guys around.